introduction, the Minister of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation superintends over the sport and recreation in the country, including all related programs and furtherance of development and promotion of sport and recreation in Zimbabwe. The Minister worked hand in glove with the Sport and Recreation Commission, the SRC, which superintends over all national sport associations in the nation. That includes ZIFA. ZIFA is the custodian of all football programs within the nation and in charge of the national, also in charge of the national soccer teams. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, is a body that organizes African football, in which Zimbabwe, through ZIFA, is a member and participates in its programs. Now, page 220, CAF announcements of ban of stadia. CAF in December 2019 wrote to ZIFA stating its reservations over the state of stadia in the country, and the communications culminated to its ban on the use of local stadiums for all CAF and subsequently FIFA football matches in February of 2020. When CAF condemned all the national stadia, it outlined recommendations stating specific areas that need to be refurbished, altered, or need upgrading. Now we get to 3.0, the measures that have been taken by the ministry. The ministry convened a meeting on the 27th of February 2020, which was attended by senior government officials from the Minister of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation, and that of Local Government and Public Works, including also Sport and Recreation Commission and ZIFA. The meeting was to try to interrogate CAF decision to ban all the stadia in Zimbabwe and to develop a plan of action to meet the recommendation from CAF. Number 2, inspection of all the major stadiums, mainly Babafield Stadium, National Sports Stadium, and the Sakubva Stadium. Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable July Moyo, whose ministry is responsible for the maintenance of stadiums in the country, is currently leading a team of senior government officials in assessing the schemes of work and to facilitate refurbishment of all stadiums, including local authority-owned stadiums. The Minister of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation and the SRC have provided the technical guidance towards the refurbishment and upgrading works. And then number 4, progress matrix as at yesterday, the 4th of March 2020. The Minister of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation have, from the 2nd of March 2020, written a commitment letter to SRC for onward submission to ZIFA, emphasizing government commitment to ensuring that CAF recommendations are met in a short and long-term timeline. The Ministry of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation, Ministry of Local Government and Public Works, and the SRC ensured that ZIFA respond to CAF on the 2nd of March 2020, seeking a homologation whilst the schemes of work are being attended to by the government. ZIFA was guided to ensure that they should explicitly invite CAF to inspect the grounds before the match against Algeria on the 29th of March 2020, which is scheduled for Baba Phil's Stadium in Bulawayo. The Minister of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation, Minister of Local Government and Public Works, SRC and ZIFA have developed detailed schemes of work and budget towards the mega projects. By 3 March 2020, the Minister of Finance and Economic Development has disbursed a total sum of 37.6 million Zimbabwean dollars, of which 22.2 million is for the National Sports Stadium. 13.4 million is for Baba Phil Stadium, and 2 million is for Sakopa Stadium. The Minister of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation, noting the recommendation made on the bucket system, have agreed with Minister of Local Government and Public Works that it be tagged a long-term project, since it's not attainable within the 14-day timeline that we have come up with. Now, accompanying this report is the action matrix being used on all stadiums, and all the works are happening simultaneously, cognizant of the 14-day deadline before CAF's next inspection of facilities. Also attached is the report by CAF inspection team and ZIFA's first instance board. So the first one is this one, which is the report by CAF. This report by CAF spells out clearly what needs to be done in each stadium. And as Minister of Youth, together with the Minister of Local Government, we have actually sat down to look at all these things and come up with the action matrix, which is one of the handouts that I've given you. The action matrix on what exactly are we going to do in order to meet the recommendations of or the demands of CAF. If you look at Annex A, you'll find that they complained about the pitch. And what do they require? They require green loan. What action is supposed to be taken? We have to replace the loan. And the time frame is within 14 days. As we speak, work is going on at the National Sports Stadium and the Bulawayo Baba Phil Stadium. And this is day 2. Day 3, this is day 3, which means within 11 days to come, that will be done. That will be finished. Floodlights. Apparently, these people who wrote this report from CAF went to the National Sports Stadium during the day, and they are complaining about floodlights when they went there during the day, and the floodlights were never switched on. But nonetheless, technically we understand they only need a certificate to say these lights can produce 1,200 lux. So it's just the certification only. And that we have already gotten people who are actually working on that certification. So it's really within 6 days it will be done. Because of the lights there are some bulbs that are not there, that have what vanished. So we are just purchasing those bulbs and putting them there. But otherwise, within 6 days, that will be done. Teams and official dressing rooms. Yes, as the team led by Minister Moyo, we went to the National Sports Stadium, we told, and we realized, yes, we were found wanting. And as we speak, procurement of items is in progress. And we have given ourselves 12 days to do all that, to procure and fix. First aid and medical treatment rooms. We realized that even for the public, we did not have those facilities ready. Yes, the rooms are there, but the materials inside, the equipment was not there. And this is what we are doing. We are procuring the necessary equipment that is required there. Stretcher carriers, these are also being procured through the Ministry of Health and Child Care and the Red Cross. Doping control room. CAF says it must have equipment and have sufficient seating for at least 8 people. And as we speak, fabrication of burglar bars is in progress there. And procurement is also going on. First aid facilities for spectators. They want a fully equipped first aid for spectators in each sector of the stadium. And these facilities must be clearly identified and accessible to them, and clearly signposted. We have engaged Ministry of Health and Child Care and Red Cross on this. Spectators with disabilities. Seats for spectators with disabilities cannot be around the playing field area. Yes, we accept that. And we've identified a suitable place for people living with disabilities. And the procurement of reconstructing that area is currently in progress. Media center. They want us to provide room equipped with furniture, TV and Wi-Fi. And here they want us to prepare for about 50 media people in that media center. And that has been attended to. Media Tribune, they want us to provide seats with desks. Procurement, as we speak, is in progress. Press conference room. It should sit at least 50, equipped with podium, camera platform, split box, sound system, Wi-Fi, internet connection. We have engaged Tel1. Tel1 actually has completed an assessment, and we are just waiting for their report. Mixed zone area. They say it must have a mixed zone area with barriers. These are being procured as we speak. Photographers area behind goals. They say it must have seats, it must have Wi-Fi and power extensions. As we speak, engineers are on the ground. They are working on trying to get the power into behind the goalposts. So it's just a matter of getting the power through the cables into the side area. And the seats they are talking about are chairs. They want chairs, and we've already provided chairs. But we go to the ground right now, you cannot see the chairs because they can only be put when there is a game. At the moment, there is no game, so they are in the stores. Camera. They say main camera and grandstand. Grandstand camera positions. Measurements have been done, and the results will be available, I think, by end of day today, because this was a report for yesterday. Signage. They want us to provide directionals and entrance signs. See, everything at the National Sports Stadium, the powerful stadium, must be labeled. So they want us to put these signposts everywhere. That's not a big deal. The signage has already been approved by the meeting that is chaired by Honorable Moyo. TV network. Provide TVs in various rooms. It's good that we held this meeting here, because we were showing actually local government the size of TVs that we need in those rooms. We don't want the 14-inch, we want big ones like these ones. And they said, yes, these are what we are going to procure. So procurement is no longer a problem because the monies have been dispersed already. Wi-Fi. Create a hotspot to be used by media representatives and officials at designated spots at the stadium. As we speak, procurement is in progress. And we have, as I say, engaged Tel 1, and they are going through that. Mr. Chair, I hereby submit my presentation.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.